So here we got our where we've defined the fairway, and again, this is coming from a combination of some academic work that was done in the early 2000s, some industry stuff that was done back then, as well as some more recent industry stuff. Um, Probably the overarching theme here that is basically that the distal edge, or the point where that shale actually becomes prospective on the northeast side, is not perfectly defined. The petrophysics of this rock is not perfectly defined, and what is driving production on this rock is not perfectly defined. Uh, and so, all of that just to say, there is still geologic risk around this play for sure. You can see there's quite a few blue and gray dots there, kind of in the middle of that Ellis County, Roger Mills area. That part's generally well delineated at this point. But if all you did was look at historical petrophysical maps, you can see that uh, the formation at least looks prospective somewhat up to the northwest, and again a little bit in the southeast. But there is a bit of a pressure gradient increasing to the southeast. So as you go northwest, in theory, you should be losing a little bit of pressure, and you do get some mineralogy changes. To the southeast, there's an emerging or re-emerging lower Cherokee Sands area. So historically, all these formations have been drilled, but Red Fork, the Prue Sands, Skinner, Lower Skinner Sands, again, stacked channel sands. Bit more of a pseudo unconventional play. To the northwest, again, starting to look promising, but there is mineralogical changes. And then as you're in the center of that play, the Excella looks thick. You can see it on logs. Resistivity is obviously high. Net pay is kind of considered the highest there. And then pressure is in that moderate range. And then the final thing we'll just touch on while we're here is complete acreage math, not risked down in any way. If all you did was look at recent interwell spacing, which we'll touch on in a second, and the total acreage area of that red outline, you can back into a total plausible about 5,000 remaining 2 mile locations in that core. Again, not risked down at all.